everybody, I'm Lisa Rowberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. Well, friends, we are rounding out, we're coming near the end of our sniff session series where we are going through the spring and summer 2025 Scentsy catalog, and we are sniffing our way through each and every category. And I hope you're finding this helpful. I know I've gotten some comments saying that you have found it helpful, but this is also just something kind of fun for me to do as well, where I go through and I just sniff my way through not only the new fragrances, but also revisiting some, because over time, you may realize that, oh, well, I didn't like this scent before, and then all of a sudden something changes in our nose holes. And then you're like, hey, I actually really like this. So it's kind of fun for me to do this as well, but I hope you do find it helpful, because I know with Scentsy, that's probably the biggest challenge, is if you are not able to actually smell these fragrances for yourself and you're just going off of a scent description. With saying that, I will also say that everybody's sniffer differs. So while I may see something or smell something and I will explain that it smells like X, Y, and Z, someone else may smell something totally different. I will also share with you my opinions on if I feel like it belongs in that fragrance category or if I feel like it belongs in a different one. For the most part, I do feel like I agree with Scentsy when they do put certain fragrances in certain categories, but there are a few fragrances where I'm like, really? What were you guys thinking? But anyways, this is fun, and we are kind of coming up near the end. There's going to be 2 videos after this one. We're going to combine the spice and bakery categories, since spice there's only 2. So we'll combine both, and then we'll also sniff through the licensed fragrances as well. But today's video, we are going to sniff our way through the woods category of fragrances. And while I don't consider myself a woodsy gal when it comes to my fragrance preference, I'm usually more bakery or fruity. There are some really good ones in here as well. So we have a couple of bestsellers. We also have a couple of brand new releases in this category as well. While it's not a huge category, there are some good ones. So we'll go ahead and get started with a new release, which I am loving, by the way. And it is, like I said, it's brand new, and it is Barefoot Beach. Such a unique and different kind of coconut based fragrance. It's coconut meets like musky romantic. I really like this one. And I don't know, it's hard for me to say, like, because I smell coconut, but there is a woodsy element to this. So I would agree on this one where, yeah, it probably does belong in the woods category. But think romantic. This is like a really pretty like bedroom bathroom scent. Perfect for the summertime. Really, really nice, but not your traditional coconut scent. So Scentsy describes this as Barefoot Beach is warm sand beckons as sweet coconut and macadamia wander over island driftwood. So it is very beachy, but I love that the coconut still shines through. It's just really nice. I love this one. So Barefoot Beach, so good. Now there are only 7, so that's gonna make my top 6 really easy. But I'll give you my top 6 picks for this category in order. So like you'll know what my top 3 is versus the rest. Okay, the next one is a bestseller. Totally agree with that. It is Bonfire Beach. I really love this one. And it's a bestseller for good reason. If you are familiar with Bath & Body Works Marshmallow Fireside, it is very similar to this. It is so great. You get the woodsy element, you get the beachy aspect, because you almost smell like sea salt air, and you get that like ooey gooey marshmallow, and you get a little smoky vibe without it being overwhelmingly smoky. I feel like a little bit of smoke goes a long way in home fragrance, just for my own personal preference. It's so good. I really love this one. I know that there are people who love like Around the Campfire. That one for me is a little too smoky. This for me is the perfect amount of smoke versus beachy versus woodsy versus all of the things. It's just very well balanced, I feel like. So it's a bestseller, Bonfire Beach. This is described as toasted marshmallow smoldering over white flint and sandalwood, harmonized with salty sea air and ocean spray. Ding, ding, ding. I 100% agree with that scent description. I think it belongs in the woods category. I think they nailed it when it comes to the scent description. exactly to a T. So I love that. Next one is Coastal Sunset. I don't believe this one belongs in the woods category, but I do really like it. I will say I do really like this one, but this is just another great coconut scent. And I also get, is there lime in this? There's some kind of, yeah, there's no lime in the scent description. And there is an amber note in here, and I love amber scents. So while I don't agree with the woods category, I do feel like this does belong more in fruity. I smell almost like coconut and some lime in this. Like I said, there's no lime in the scent description, so my nose is going rogue on that, but it's really good. I love this. While I don't think it belongs in the woods category, it is a really great scent. Coastal Sunset, also, I will say, not the strongest performer with this one. I would say for Barefoot Beach and Bonfire Beach, great solid medium scent throw, but the Coastal Sunset, it's not the strongest. I would say it goes between light and medium in my experience. So Coastal Sunset is creamy coconut, I do agree, and sandalwood, maybe possibly, set the scene for warm amethyst amber. So, but I pick up some kind of citrus or lime or something in this as well. So I don't know, I'm wrong on this one, but I do really like it. It's really, really nice. So that is Coastal Sunset. Next one is another new release, and it is Desert Twilight. I am still kind of undecided on this one. It's a different scent. I think it does belong in the woods category, but this is, it's hard. It's really hard to describe. It's really hard to describe this one. I feel like if you like Sedona Sunset, I feel like you'll like this. It's much lighter than Sedona Sunset, but it's the same kind of scent, the same type of scent, where it's another kind of musky romantic, but I'm not fully sold on this one just yet. I want to give it some more tries, but anyways, Desert Twilight, brand new, is Saguaro Blossom stands tall over warm clay and sandalwood at golden hour. So if you hear Ranger, he's barking. But thankfully he is out there and not in here scaring both you and I. But yeah, it's hard to really describe, but it's, I would say, another good like bedroom bathroom scent. It's nice, not crazy strong, but it is a nice one. Not totally sold 100% on it, but it is nice. It will make my top 6, I will say. Okay, next one is Mystery Man, and Mystery Man is a bestseller, and this just smells, this is a cologne. This is like a pretty typical masculine cologne kind of scent. Really nice, really refreshing, I feel like. So if you like those cologne kind of scents, I feel like you'll like this one. So bestseller, Mystery Man. This is described as warm white cedar, green verbena, and citrusy bergamot in a perfectly spiced sensual fragrance. So it smells like a sexy man. So it's nice. It will make my top 6. Well, will it? Yeah, I think I would choose Mystery Man over Desert Twilight. I don't know, it's hard. See, it's hard when there's a huge category, and there's hard when there's not a huge category. Next one is Weathered Leather in the woods category, and even though it's a leather scent, there is no other category for this. You're not gonna stick a leather scent in a spice category, certainly not bakery, not fruity, not citrus, so woods we go. And this, it really does, and there is a woodsy element to this. There's definite woods, but it really is leather. Like, it smells like you walked into a leather shop. And if you have been hanging around with me for any amount of time, really, you will have heard this story over and over again. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're gonna hear it again. But this reminds that we always say that scent triggers memory, and this one 100% does that for me. And this triggers me into my days of working retail, and not in a bad way. I say trigger, but like this just makes me remember when I used to work for the Men's Warehouse, and I worked there for, gosh, was it 10 years? I want to say I was there 10 years. It was a long time. And smelling this reminds me of when we would get a shipment of the leather belts that would come in, or shoes, being back in the shoe room and grabbing the shoes. It really does remind you of like walking into a leather shop or the leather section of a shop. So this is just I think they nailed it. So Weathered Leather. Not a bestseller, but there is a definite audience for this. There are people who really love this scent. I actually do really love this scent, but this is one that Sean cannot stand. I used to love this for, like, this was my initial like signature car fragrance when I was first like dabbling in Scentsy, and he was like, no, absolutely not. He's like, he thinks this smells like plastic. He hasn't been to very many leather shops. Because this, to me, I think it's totally spot on to walking into a leather shop. Anyways, we are all entitled to our own opinions. So Weathered Leather is step into an old-fashioned saddle shop brimming with dark suede, tooled leather, and vintage saddles over a backdrop of oak. So I do pick up some of that oak, but it really is like straight up leather shop. I like it. I feel like I do want that in my top 6. I don't know. This is hard because I do feel like there is a bright spot in all of these fragrances. So next one is White Amber and Teak. This is the last one for the Woods category. And this is really nice too. This will be my least favorite. It's so hard. Okay. Ooh, but there's amber in here. I can't leave out an amber scent. White Amber and Teak is alluring amber and teak flint with fresh bergamot. So this is another kind of masculine scent, but I do feel like I actually do pick up some of that like woodsy element to it. We had this in the laundry line. It was really, really nice in the laundry line. And I'm actually surprised that we did away with it in the laundry line because I felt like it worked. But okay, for my top 6, okay, I need to make some decisions here because I can't have top 7 because that's not a thing. Okay, I have made some tough decisions. White Amber and Teak is being left out of my top 6. While I don't dislike it, I just feel like I like these others better. So number 1. Number 1 is Barefoot Beach. I think this is such a great beachy, perfumey coconut scent. It's so pretty. I really, really love that one. So Barefoot Beach, it's a new release and it's my number 1 pick. While I don't agree that this belongs in the Woods category, it is a top pick for me and it would be Coastal Sunset. I love this. It's so fun. Totally perfect for the spring and summer months. Okay, next one, number 3 would be Bonfire Beach. And I love this. I am not surprised that this is a bestseller. This one does so well every single spring and summer season. And this is great. It's a perfect like beachy scent. Okay, next one would be Mystery Man. I love this. I love when Sean smells like this. So really, really nice. Love that. Okay, next one is Weathered Leather. Even though I can't warm it in my house because my husband hates it, I love this scent. And I don't know, there is some kind of sentimental attachment that I have to this because I loved working retail. It was great. And this just reminds me of those good old days. So I love it. And I think they nailed it in terms of like having an authentic leather scent. I think leather scents have probably got to be pretty hard to do. So Scentsy nailed this one. So I love it. And then bringing up the rear end here, we have number 6 will be Desert Twilight. So I do really like this. It's just, there's just something that I'm just a little undecided on, but I do like it. So there you have it. That is the Woods category of fragrances for the 2025 spring and summer season. Like I said, there are just 2 more videos remaining. So if you have found this video series helpful, I'm so happy. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And during this series, the support means the world to me. So thank you so much. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, be sure to hit the notification bell. That way you stay up to date with all things Scentsy. Have an amazing day, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, friends.